Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Mexico, welcome back to Victoria 3 in our Mexican Republic in the year 1869, and welcome back to our current president Flavio Gomez, who is the successor to the long-time ruler or long-time president Lucas Alaman, almost forgot his name already, who died recently, and we're in the end of the 60s right now, trying to push towards the future by definitely expanding our production capacity. We are building with 96 already, and we're trying to build more in the countryside, getting more work, increasing our industry at the same time, and of course also agriculture. At the same time, at the moment, we're enacting protectionism to, in the end, satisfy a couple of people, in this case, basically the trade unions. And then we have got to look, since we still have the domination of these conservative forces, at some point, I feel like we basically have to go for these separation or church policies to get rid of our very strong state religion. I mean, we do like our Catholic Church, or we like them so far, but we basically, if you have a quick look at where do we go, population, let's have a quick look at the charts. Religion wise, we do have a vast majority of Catholics in the country, so basically our state religion doesn't really harm us, but of course also nobody else than Catholics are going to come into the country at the moment, and we would get from the religion here, we would get also a higher, wouldn't be? Less authority, of course, which is problematic, but here, for example, we would get higher migration attraction, so it's a path we need to take at some point, but it's also to overcome the strength of the church. But it's a hard path, and so before we have to enact protectionism first and so forth. But not so much else to say, and I think we'll just jump in and let's get going to see what the future has in mind for Mexico. The problem, of course, with California and Nevada is not resolved at all. We do have a belligerent states without a truce next to us. They could come basically any moment. However, we do have Spain, Brazil, and the Great Britain in our defensive pact, so this is kind of helpful for, as a, let's say, security mechanism. Apart from this, when I left you last time, we do see a big war going on in Wallonian Uprising. What? In Luxembourg or what? Okay. We do see a major war going on in basically Germany or Prussia as Northern German Federation versus France and Russia here in Europe, and basically it's in the end, this is the unification war, kind of historically almost accurate time-wise, but of course versus both nations, not really. However, it seems like that they are managing to push through versus the Russians a little bit into Poland, which they don't want at all. We shall see if one of them somehow, France also managed to take over the Rhineland. We shall see how this goes. It seems to be a stalemate so far here at these fronts. With the Russians helping out, the Germans a lot, the French a lot. However, I think the Russians just bring in, I never really looked that close, to be honest, bring in line infantry while they should have skirmishes already. Well, this is something to observe from the far distance. Someone else to support total separation, okay. It's gonna be something we would like to see. What have we have? Rafael Mangino y Mendivil. Who was he? Politically unaligned, okay. Historical character, I can't remember him in any action for relevance for us, so Here a thing with the positivism, I think I'm gonna just stay no neutral and see what comes up. It's not something that we have to push intensively. Well, protectionism moved one step further up. That's good. Quick look at our market. A quick look at our production. Right, building some more mice farms to get some, we do have not so cheap food right now. It's always helpful to get some out. Also, they create jobs and so forth. I think they were on a long-term, not playlist, build list. So I'm actually not 100% sure. But I'm gonna build this through before we always will prioritize maybe something here and there. here the fertilizer plants could be interesting to prioritize. I think there's some in the pipeline. Yep. Actually gonna bring them up. Especially since we are currently also building some more consumers of fertilizers. But apart from this, currently this looks pretty smooth. Investment pool transfer, it's even growing despite our buildings. That's very nice to see. No, it's not. Bullshit. Sorry guys. It's just being transferred, yeah, and it's not that great. Just 13k, but it's growing. And yeah, as you might remember, we have a higher standard of living than the US. However, GDP-wise, we were close, but they raised a little bit away from us recently, which is okay. And wow, protectionism goes smoother than expected already in the voting without any bigger incidents. That's cool. Started a... This is... Wait. Are they... This is super weird. They do have truce, but do they... Did they just white peace to just start the same stuff again, all over again? This is a little bit weird because it was before like that, no? Before even this war, they also... I feel like the unification moves... Yeah, I think they had already cut North German Federation down to size before, so it must have been a white piece. I'm not that 100% sure, to be honest, but normally you can, if you... Yeah, in the culture tab, there is nation formation. Where it is, you can start these plays, as far as I remember, and... I'm surprised that it works, even if you have the truce. Apparently it does. We will remain neutral again. I don't know if the Russians are gonna go in again. Probably the Russians can't join in now anymore. It appears a little bit cheesy. Or Northern German Federation took tons of infamy to do so. What would happen if you break a truce? Never did it, since I'm an honorable player, of course. Well, a little bit weird, but what I'm saying, yeah, I do hope for... Let's have a look at the standard of living map. That these wars will bleed out Europe, and as you see, California, our gold mines in Sonora, they are amongst the most attractive places to live in. Here we're getting rubber rush again. So I hope really for some migration, but yeah, the state religion is probably hard. In Jalisco, and don't we have even greener grass campaign here? Nope, we don't. Anyway, but still, oh, and there are tons of peasants. So do we want it in Guerrero or in Jalisco? Guerrero, yeah, Guerrero is more important since we have coal mines, right? And it's not about the rubber, but we want the migration attraction, guys. So we're gonna go for Guerrero in this case. And at least this time it doesn't pop up again, the discovery of rubber here, because there was already rubber. Okay, it only happens if there's new ones, I assume. Crooked connections. Debate event for the enactment of protectionism. Frustrated with the lengthy legal process surrounding protectionism, Jose Maria Moguel, the industrialist, has approached us with an offer to expedite the process, utilizing his personal connections within the state apparatus. A few words in the right ears is all I am asking for. Everything within the bounds of the law, of course, although I cannot guarantee our opponents in this matter will view such actions with much glee. I mean, we're gonna get the approval once we enact something else, but we're gonna rather... Yeah, we have the time, we're not in a rush. By the way, I just thought about it. Let's have a quick look here, since we don't need to buy this artillery anymore. Well, I was just thinking about it. Not the Dutch market, we can stop this one. What I wanted to tell you, when I'm playing Mexico here, at the moment when I'm recording this, yeah, it's a little bit later. You already, if you haven't seen it, there's my new strategic command series out where I'm actually playing the US versus strategic old Crow Balthazar, who plays the Mexicans in the strategic command scenario for the American-Mexican War of 1846-47. So yeah, where the Mexicans historically lost everything, the northern territories, let's say, which has not been the case yet for us. So we at least way more successful in this case than historically speaking, and we had way less revolutions so far. I feel like, yeah, if you want to catch up with the history, I can just recommend the epilogue, not epilogue, the prologue episode of this one. Link in the video description. Go check it out. Yeah. All right. They're depleted, but yeah, we try to keep the people here. The rich mineral deposits in Guerrero have been drained, mines are being shuttered, and prospectors who moved in are beginning to drift away. We want we're happy to take the radicals because we definitely want the migration attraction as high as possible here, and I'm gonna, in this case, also definitely gonna prioritize the gold mines. Maybe after those. Yeah, just finish the ones we've started already, and then we... Yeah, we're gonna do that. Right, urban center size 14, yeah. By the way, we do still have envisage this in the long term, but we need 15 of urban centers, which means we have to build tons of stuff still here. And one of the problems that me and another friends in multiplayer already realized and told Max is this condition that you have reserves greater than 95% basically never happens in huge cities, because somehow the services get so cheap that nobody wants, like, I don't know, you never have the cash reserves. You kind of have to subsidize the urban centers most of the time, so this doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know when he's gonna fix it. He said it's not in this current version, but he's already working on a next version for the mod. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the new next patch in general is going to affect us for the patch game compatibility, and if we can transfer both mod and game and so forth, or if I have to patch back, we shall see. I'm going to decide this probably, it's going to be decided probably in a month or something, and you will see what happens. Of course, I would try to do a lot to keep this Let's Play here going, since I'm having great fun with you guys. Alright, we do have protectionism. Our industries must be protected from the depredations of foreign market actors. Consumption tax cost, this is amazing. And here is a little bit changed, a little bit different. Yeah, this basically took us up with one step here to authority 500. Wow. And yeah, we could get tons of extra taxes out, but we do have already a lot of them. And once again, I don't want to hurt my regular people that hard with furniture or clothes or anything and luxury goods. Yeah, so that's why I'm actually thinking about maybe supporting our intelligentsia, I think. I mean, they don't like us right now, but we're gonna go towards them liking us soon. And by going, for example, here, so -20 for the Catholic Church, this is massive. This might even lead to a revolution. However, can we contain this? The problem is we could do any how do you call it, the concessions or the grant privileges, but it just works for the opposition. So we could do it for the Catholic Church, but maybe they drop into opposition when we get they probably leave the government as soon as they get angry. Guys, I don't dare to do it right now. I really hope that maybe with the next election, yeah, this is the problem. We need to get some event or something that really makes them super happy. Oh god, but what do you want, Flavio? Oh, you got kidney stones. With a little bit of luck. 39 years here, you're not gonna die on kidney stones. Let's see if there's anything else that might help us. I mean, probably wealth voting would have been smart before, but now it's too late to get back, and we had this would bring everything to shaking. This is definitely something we could do. We could get from legal guardianship down here. Oh god, and he likes... How come that Benito Juarez doesn't support restricted child labor? This is insane. I would rather do this than the than to help women. Don't quote me like this. Yeah, it seems like to be the only real reform we can do right now that is really interesting for us, right? I mean, here, interventionism, sure, at some point, but still agorism is good for us, I think. And it's... I mean, the problem is if we start state religion towards total separation, and this is enough to, like, the freedom of conscience is already... You see, plus 50% Catholic Church devoured. Wow. And here's the half of it, so we need to take these maybe slowly, but can we do anything to really pacify him? And here, what else? If you do anything else, we're gonna make them angry again. Yeah. When's the next election? 1872 years. And at the moment, the Conservatives are leading. Well. Can we do anything? But he is a market liberal. But what? I think that's so wrong, actually. How did he get that? And like, I think he was a man of the people. I don't know about his economical thinking, but he was definitely not a market liberal, classically speaking. If we moderate him, let's see. If we have any moderates right now, I'm always not so 100% sure about that. Do we have one? Democrat, market liberal, theocrat, jingoist, Democrat? Nope, actually not. I want to quickly see if radical now. If we moderate him, I'm pretty sure he's not against protectionism anymore. But what would it help us? And basically it's just to help us have a better, they like us better. And I think it helps us with migration attraction, so it's a really good move. Alright, let's try it. Costs us a bit, of course, for a year. And his popularity. Oh god, and he turned unhappy. How can it be? Oh no. It's like, maybe I was stupid. I was stupid for sure. And he's even less likable. Okay, guys, like this, I'm gonna go for this nevertheless to also pacify. And we could have had them at plus 10, and now, I'm causing my own problems. Gosh. Let's save up some of these. Let's not promote bureaucracy in Mexico. To save up some authority, it was not worth it anyways. God, man. We're even bolstering him. We're a little bit stuck over here, yeah. And yeah, the problem is, you know what? The main thing I would go towards revolution. We did it before. Like, you know, I'm happy. I don't mind to bring this state in a, let's say, more fragile situation than now. However, I still have the Caudillo situation going on. In the case they turn really radical, I think they would leave immediately the government, and we have to reform the government. And the only way to bring it into a legitimate system again would probably to make them join in, which. Yeah, which will stop the Caudillo thing trickling down, because then suddenly we've got the goddamn armed forces back in the government, and this is like all our efforts would be, from the last years, would be destroyed. So now we cannot. Yeah, sometimes you gotta wait also. In the game it's fine, let's see. Let's see what we can do economically in the moment. Why is Veracruz so bad for all these other things? Why can't we have nice urban centers out here? And I see, by the way, urban, like what I told you last time when I explained a little bit into local markets and learned that I was also wrong in understanding. Nevertheless, I'm going to get in the missing provinces also at least one woodcutter out, so we have some local wood for buildings and so forth. I feel like wood is necessary everywhere. And we dropped into bureaucracy deficit. Oh, we haven't... Did we do that already? No, we can go the charitable ambulance, getting more bureaucracy plus standard of living. It costs us for sure and gets some more clergymen, super. However, I'm happy to take the costs, to be honest, because it also creates some demand, of course, for fruit and so forth, and alcohol. But also, as you see, immediately increases our standard of living, and therefore... hopefully everything like in immigration, our demands, and so forth. Down here with the waterways, we could go to advanced fishing. We shall definitely go for this. Here I want to support, let's say, publicly traded. Is it worth it to go to paddle steamers? Oh, we shall try. Damn, the way we... Yeah, I really hope that this will help us in creating some more migration attraction. Which is our interest? We pay 1,000, that's acceptable. Oh, we have 5 universities. I was just wondering how our university situation... Oh, we should also get some universities out, by the way, since we're way under the cap. I mean, as a middle power, I think we get some boni, so it should be okay still. Let's try to get, I think, in every state, basically, one university to increase our education, and we will slowly slip them in over time. Baja California has too few people. No, later. And our Nevada and California else there. Maybe I'm gonna do this already, like slipping the first 2 in or something like this. Sonora and... oh, somewhere else. Oh, Shaka. But logging camp first. Oh, discovered in Sonora, very nice. How many gold fields do we have already? Oh, 6. That's good, including the new ones. So we're gonna, actually this time we already do have a quite high migration attraction, right? And it didn't start any wave yet. So I think we can go with the only 75% extra migration attraction for more throughput. I think this is fair in this case. By the way, okay, the war is on again. This time without the Russians, so I feel like the Russians should the Germans should prevail in this case. Yeah. Can we actually declare some interest somewhere? Yeah, I think, I mean, migration does not go with the interests, right? Because I was hoping for Catholics. No, it does. So now let's go to Asia a little bit, because we also can trade via the Pacific nicely and slowly get these in our interest sphere. Here's a nice economical growth. Well, yeah, our intelligentsia does not really like us getting better. I'm also not 100% sure of the voting effects, to be honest, of all the factors in, let's say, inner politics. So there might be something that when they are radicalized, that they have higher attraction for in the votes, but it doesn't really look like it. Yeah, we have our election. We really have to pray that with the next election we're gonna get a yeah, a liberal party in charge. That would be fantastic. However, yeah, then of course we can enact tons of interesting stuff. But then they would form the Liberal Conservative Party in the opposition. That would be the problem, I assume. So then we can't ever get them, or at least in the next years, back into government. Ooh, I didn't even think that far so far, yeah? So it's not getting boring here. Steel frame buildings unlocked. By making a steel frame to hold up the rest of the building, it is possible to make much taller and sturdier buildings. Sure. We basically took this, I think, because of infrastructure per population, land trade capacity, maximum infrastructure from pop, yeah, these kind of things especially. Now we can go also to covered markets for urban center. We're not going to do this right now. As you saw, we do have kind of an oversupply anyways with we can have a look quickly how this would affect us, but you need glass and steel. We're gonna go there in a while, not yet. I think just wanted to get this out. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, we still can build construction centers, that's why not. We were thinking about dynamite already. Steam donkey was, or iron mines. This is production-wise the only thing reasonable. We could, of course, go Jean Nicole or something here in the military, but it's not our topic right now. Getting socialism out would spread probably the idea, so they're like trade unions gain the socialist ideology, but this will rather probably break up our liberal party, that we can't use this right now. So let's do human rights or investment banks. I'm too greedy for money, so let's go for investment banks, and then we go human rights, I think. And with these, now let's do human rights first, and then we go investment banks. I feel like with human rights, there should be also more people liking or asking for these kind of politics, which will help us to liberalize our country or bring get these reforms ready, and maybe it help us also to get a little bit out of our deadlock down here. And I mean, it's not that terrible right now. Okay, shift work unlocked. Rotating teams of laborers in and out of workplace is a sound way to maintain a steady flow of production over the course of the day for much longer than could be expected from one team working extended hours. Yep. Gold depleted in Nevada. Here it is absolutely unfortunate. We don't care. You can leave Nevada and come to the Mexican heartland. You're very much invited to do so. Getting some more universities, that's nice. Okay, civilization mission. In fall of our great nation's shoulders. Oh, this I didn't even know that this is connected to this. I was wondering where waiting for this. Quick stop. It fall on our great nation's shoulders to shine a light on modernity into every uncivilized corner of the world, to educate and instill in the less developed peoples the divine values of our glorious culture. Vale. And there we go. The population of the Americas. I'm not sure why I'm getting it twice, but let's see. Mexico is a vast and fortunate land, though it is sparsely populated. We must look beyond the seas, particularly to troubled Europe, for potential settlers to work our fields and factories. The federal government will encourage European immigration, and it will not restrict, limit or burden with any taxes the entrance into Mexican territory of foreigners who come with the goal of working the land, improving the industries and teach the sciences and the arts. Why twice is weird, but what I want to look at, to be honest, since we just said every incorporated state, yes, in Nicaragua, they were just when we started this playthrough, this very safe, we just had Guatemala and Honduras and Nicaragua not incorporated states yet, but now they are, so we can go for it, and they will also get this modifier. And of course we're gonna give me your tide, your poor, your huddled masses, and we're gonna do it here again, since why not? And we get Temples of Humanity. The Positivist Church of Mexico has petitioned to be allowed to construct an additional church in California. The proposed Temple of Humanity will serve as an important node of positivist activities. There's already a temple in Mexico City, now they want another in Sacramento. Surely there would be an inquisition upon all of us for this. I wouldn't worry, they sound like Catholics anyway. If there's an inquisition at all, they'll just take the priests and baptize them. Maybe that would be a real reason to attend Mass on Sunday. You don't attend Mass on Sunday? What do your mother think of this? Isn't it supposed Mass? Or you say, right, Mass, like Mass in English? I didn't know. Anyways... Well, yeah, they can have that. I think in California, these weirdo settlers over there can get their temple if they want to, no worries. Oh, and now we have it twice. Ah, because we've got the American West and Central America. Now I get it. But did we get the modifier twice? Yes, this is a little bit weird. I'm gonna tell Max, maybe there's a bug about it. And... yeah, maybe it's like just in this game. I don't know. I don't know if I shall actually use Central America. It costs us 100 influence, authority and influence. But yeah, of course we're gonna do this. And Galician people from Spain have begun to migrate to Sonora. Very lovely. Now we have to take care of this. What can we quickly get out? Maybe. Social and national values in Mexico is actually not important right now. That's should be fine, I assume. Let's have a look actually how the... yeah, probably the ones that are being discriminated can't actually assimilate so easily anyway. So, yeah, we can cancel that. And for our... whatever, to be honest, we can keep up the prestige deficit. It's not a big deal. Alright. I think this is actually fantastic point to end this very episode after this move of... let's have a quick look at the migration here. Yes, Sonora and the surrounding states gets Galicians. That's good. It's great to see. And yeah, with this migration wave, I want to end this very episode. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Do you think the Galicians found a good home here in Sonora? Will they be happy? I think so very much. In the meantime, still a stalemate, even only against one nation. Well, we shall see if Germany unifies over here. Let me know what you think. And if, of course, if you haven't yet, it would be fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription because it costs you nothing and it means a lot to me. Thank you very much for that. And, of course, most importantly, see you next time in the next episode when we continue Mexico's journey into modernity. Bye, your Strategy Wolf.